Hello, hello, and thank you for checking out Our Yard Podcast. And we absolutely thank you for coming into this time. And we're going to try something a little bit different this time. We're just going to be talking about a little Monday Night Raw from the January 12th episode. This is being recorded on January 14th, is a Wednesday right now, halfway through the week. And it's been a good week so far. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we in this bitch and
yeah,
got a
it's been a pretty eventful week.
Oh,
First,
look at this. According to my laptop, breaking news, Hulk Hogan is dead, which is wild because that happened months ago. Um,
peace,
Rest. I'm not gonna say in peace or in piss, just rest. Brother, fucking
rest in hell.
there you go. We're so good about our sponsors that the filter that Harley's got on his Mountain Dew actually blurred it out.
Did it?
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
My diet might move.
Hell yeah. But now,
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about the January 12th episode of Monday Night Raw, and the way it started off is, to my knowledge, I believe Rio, the women's tag team champions, Rhea and Io Sky, came out, and they had a bit of a little moment. They're being of them, being like, "We run this shit." Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but they do kind of run the shit. I mean, they're both former women's world champions. And speaking of former women's world champions, out came Roxanne Perez and the actual person I'm talking about, Liv Morgan, also known as Jordan's girlfriend. Oh, and you know, you'll meet Jordan eventually. When we are in dire need of sex appeal, we will get Jordan, and he understands. But what's your thoughts on it, Harley?
well, yeah. So it started out. I don't know. It just started out with them out there, and then they showed up. Liv and Roxanne came out there, and then here comes uh, or Liv and Roxanne, not Raquel. But then like Bailey, and that's the part that gets like I get to like Bailey and uh Lyra Valkyria come out there. Kirk, of course, they're in Dusseldorf, Germany. Brother, I don't know what it is. Like the European crowds, like they're always hot anyways. But like Germany, I guess they just love Bailey. And they're
Mm-hmm.
like they were chanting like later on, like in the match itself, they were chanting because they ended up having a triple threat match for a number one contender to see who's gonna face Rio. So
Yeah.
they had of course it was Kabuki Warriors and then Lyra and Bailey and then the Judgment Day was Liv and Roxanne. But she was, I don't know, like it's just crazy because Bailey, which I mean, she's go like I mean, yeah, she's probably she is goaded. She probably could be the goat already as far as women's wrestlers, maybe. But like she's just, I mean, she is whatever. She's that bitch, I guess. But she's down. It's just wild because they were just all about her, and they're like chanting like, "Will you be my girl?" And Bailey's like, "Of course." She's like, "Yes, I will, Germany, whatever." And like they were just losing their fucking mind. It was just crazy. It was.
Are you ready to be Germany's girl, Bailey? Because that's definitely that can be arranged.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, they I don't know, but yeah, that like it was just pretty much a standoff segment, and then turned into see who's gonna to the triple threat number one contenders match,
Mm.
and but then after that, like because we ain't trying to spend just too much time on this, just kind of bouncing. We're trying to get back in the flow of try to do some wrestling and trying to do music stuff, whatever,
Yeah,
touch
just
all our
being
bases.
just trying to be a bit more active to the people that actually do watch this. We do appreciate it, and I will take I will take the blame for the inconsistency and the uploads and even the recording. And I feel like since we're actually, recording right now, I figured I would just go ahead and just say that this has mostly been my fault. But yeah, don't talk about it, be about it. It's kind of the mentality we're going with today. And speaking of, don't talk about it, be about it. Javon Evans, very bouncy man, debuted against Bravo. You're probably wondering who the fuck is Bravo, because I sure am. But if I had to guess, he's probably has something to do with El Grande Americano, who it could be one of many people at this point. Almost like Doink the Clown, where they except it's a good gimmick. All right, now that's I'm not going to spend too much time on Doink the Clown, but that was a god awful fucking gimmick for a dude that was actually a decent worker. Talking about the main clown that wound up passing away in the early 2000s or late 2000s, but either way, Javon Evans wound up coming out on top on this match. And I feel like that's absolutely the right decision, considering this dude is the youngest main roster superstar now. Correct?
21 years old.
21 years old. I remember being 21. I got arrested. But, he didn't get arrested and he's making something of himself. So instead of self inserting and feeling sorry for myself, we're going to congratulate this man. And I'm going to go ahead and call. I think he'll be a world champion by 25.
Oh yeah.
Maybe sooner. I'd really like somebody to see. I'd really like to see somebody break Brock Lesnar's record. I
Like
don't
he's
think.
gonna.
I don't think that's going to happen. But I mean, for the WWE Championship at least, he is still to this day the youngest. But the youngest world champion, like we talked about the other day, is Randy Orton, and I don't see anybody breaking that because what was Randy like 22 when they finally put the World Heavyweight Championship on him? 23,
24.
24.
Yeah, when he beat Benoit at SummerSlam 09, 04.
Unfortunately, nobody in the dub right now can become the youngest champion ever, considering Braun Strowman won a tag title with an 8-year-old one time. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's going to be hard to beat unless you got little Jimmy Doohickey going in there and taking fucking Gunther power bombs and somehow getting a schoolboy rolling up Gunther.
Little Tommy Tuck.
Just gonna start beating the fucking shit out of Flex.
They're not like wrestlers back in my day.
God, you
Tommy
couldn't
Tough
pay me
Knuckles.
enough not to watch that.
Tommy
Um,
Tough Knuckles.
Either way, I still feel like Javon Evans is definitely in a good trajectory. He's clean as fuck in the ring for as athletic and spot. I don't know what the fuck happened there, and I don't know if you took over or just sat there, but I appreciate it if you did. Yeah, I went to the fucking void there for a second, and they told me to stop talking about Javon Evans. So I guess we'll do that.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing.
No real way of knowing.
But no, I think I don't know. Realistically, like Javon Evans, like he's obviously they got people in NXT coming up and stuff, but like Javon Evans probably is the best shot if they actually want to break the Brock Lesnar. Like you give that dude one more year on the main roster, like he'll be championship. Like this, like 26, they need to put him in a mid card and feed him like just like they should have done right back, feed me more. Uh,
Yeah.
they but no for real, they should damn. all they have to do is just feed that guy like and give him the opportunities, and it'll happen. Like that dude's a stud.
Yeah, just I think just don't run a train on Page with a referee, and he should be fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
shout out
the
Page, but
so the next segment or like the big pivotal moment and segment in this show was, of course, there's some backstage segments that we're kind of skimming over. Like AJ Styles back there just talking, getting ready, and stuff like
hmm.
that. But we're just getting the highlights essentially. So, but uh, CM Punk comes out there and cuts a promo, and
Hell yeah.
Punk's cutting. I mean, it's CM Punk, like top three mic worker.
It's Phil Brooks with a mic. You're not going to be disappointed.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's out there cutting a promo and going on about how he's feeling like about being the champion and all that and retaining against Breaker. Well, then out walks Finn Balor. Who Finn Balor has had two singles matches wins since 2023, which is kind of odd how he just like walks out. But the other thing but the catch 22 is like it's it's I don't know, it's Finn Balor. Like the dude has enough legacy that he can go out there and get any title shot that he wants, really.
He
And
is
it's
a guaranteed
realistic.
Hall of he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer even in his career without even not even counting the one world championship he did win, which he immediately had taken away because of injuries, which is fucking unfortunate. But you want a good match with somebody, and yeah, I mean you're gonna get it with really either one of them, and that's the thing that kind of surprises me is the fact I don't think they've ever wrestled before. I don't think Punk and Balor have went at it yet.
I don't
And,
think so. No.
and
I'm kind of doing like the timeline in my head.
yeah, so, and like
None of it lines up.
yeah, if y'all in the comments, if we are wrong, please correct us. But I believe this would be the first time they've ever wrestled.
Unless they like wrestle on a live event or something, but
And that's possible. This could very well be the first time they ever wrestled like on
TV.
TV or on like a big stage where everybody's going to see it compared to just a handful of people in a live event crowd. What again? Shout out live events, RIP live events, and that's a whole nother fucking episode that we may or may not make. But
I'll say this about like Finn Balor. I do just I don't know. It would be nice if he could, if he could be like putting a baby face role. Like I'm like you, Judgment Day. I think it's ran its course. Just let it go.
absolutely,
Let it go to the wayside this year, and then just like push everybody in their own direction. Because like Finn Balor could like he could go out there and be a single star. If you put him in like in a baby face for a little while and like let him just tear it up and like let him. I like because I kind of hope next week he brings out the demon persona. That'd be pretty cool.
we haven't seen the Damon in what feels like it. Fuck, since Bray Wyatt did the Fiend, I think that was the last time the Demon came out. So I think the Fiend and the Demon had a match, right?
Either that or I'm pretty sure it's when he faced Roman at SummerSlam
That
21.
could be right too. That does, I guess, whichever one came. I recall the Fiend being pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I may be wrong. It may have been right when the
No,
Rock started coming back, but
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was. Like, I think that was the last time was when he did the against Roman.
okay. So yeah, if it would have been post COVID or even during the COVID scene, yeah, it was definitely after.
And
And CM Punk, I mean, we could do a whole episode on him, and still probably not even be able to talk about everything we want to about him. But a match with him and match with him and Finn Balor, and this is going to be at Saturday night's main event, correct?
Oh, it's next week.
It's on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
All right then.
Because it's in Ireland. Yeah, it's like in Finn Balor. It's in his home country. Yeah, Ireland.
That'd be awesome to see him win.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. But I wouldn't put any money on that for sure.
Oh no,
Any
not at all.
any stocks on that? Just I mean,
Either.
just how he's been booked as a singles competitor for years now.
Yeah. And we already know the Judgment Day is going to come out.
Oh yeah.
And that kind of takes the piss out of the match a little bit because that's a match that that should not have any interference
No, it shouldn't.
at all. Like
I think
they just need to let him go for like 20 minutes and just
feel like they said something about not having the Judgment Day out there, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, like you said, it'd be too. It seems too obvious for them to do it.
yeah.
Unfortunately, but and then you had after that you had the triple threat tag team match for the number one contenders. The Judgment Day. You had Roxanne and Leo versus
Yeah.
Kabuki Warriors versus Lyra and Bailey, and all six of these women have insane chemistry, which all of them are like probably some of the best or are the best in the world.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. They damn
I,
like I don't
I
know.
do I do think it's kind of funny that when you really think about it, they're all just singles competitors. Like
Mm-hmm.
not one of them is actually like a certified tag team outside of like friendship affiliations
Yep.
and character. They don't have any tag teams outside of the Kabuki Warriors. Like they actually have a lot of good chemistry, and Rio's got a lot of good chemistry, but more than half of them have held women's singles titles.
Mm-hmm. That's what I say that, but I mean, Liv Morgan kind of. I mean, she's always kind of like low key been in some kind of uh, tag team. I mean, she's not always. It's sort of like because I mean, she's held the tag teams the most time. Her and
Yeah,
Raquel.
I mean that is fair,
But Liv is.
but so is Edge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So there you go.
And
Like that's kind of where I'm getting at.
I guess she's very versatile. She can do whatever the hell she wants to, and that's a
Liv
damn good
Morgan,
quality.
Liv Morgan's probably the goat right now. I mean, she's probably the best women's wrestler for sure.
I
Like
won't disagree with you. Like overall, like total package, yeah,
total package, like mic work. Her character work is crazy. Like just she's been on a insane run.
mm-hmm.
Her in ring is just top notch. Always is.
She's got fantastic. I know it's kind of a weird thing to bring up, but a lot of people like most of the iconic wrestlers always have like she's very, very like you can't just go up there and be like fucking just barely making a face. Like you gotta be very emotive and she's one of the best, like when it comes to trying to get emotion across without even saying a word, just with her face. She's one of the best at doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an underrated quality in wrestlers, man or woman. And I think she's probably one of the best, if not the best, in the business right now. Maybe besides Randy Orton. It's
Mm-hmm.
like Randy and Edge, probably the best at that.
Yeah, which they ended up winning, so they're gonna be facing Rio at Saturday night main event, Liv Morgan and Roxanne.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a hell of a it's gonna be a hell of a tag team championship match. So Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan. And yeah, I mean, throughout the night there was other stuff that happened as well. Obviously, the Finn Balor CM Punk, which coming straight off of that, Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch continued to.
Yeah, they had two vignettes back to back.
hmm And they're gonna fight for the Intercontinental Championship in Ireland, same place where Finn and CM Punk are going to wrestle. So it's already looking like a pretty damn good card because Maxine Dupree has leveled up big time over the
Oh
past
man.
several months.
And then we had Stephanie Bachhair, the women's world champion. Her and Raquel had a face off out there, like kind of right out of the entrance gate. Like Stephanie was out, and then Raquel just ambushed her. And I'll tell you what, like Raquel, though, she stepped her game up a lot too. Like she's been playing, or she's playing. She's been, I don't know, man. She's been on a different level. Like ever since, like Kevin Nash made that comment on his podcast or whatever that she needed to start working big and stuff. Like gave her tips or whatever.
hmm
Like she took it to heart, I guess. And she's been, man, she's been looking great. Like I mean, I don't know the point. Like I don't even know what to say because like I would say, oh well, she probably won't beat her, but I mean, hell, look at Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. You
Yeah.
know, he ended up beating Cody Rhodes for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Like that's crazy in itself that he
Listen,
won.
stop.
That's crazy he won it on a SmackDown.
Yeah.
But they finally dropped the title there.
No, I'm glad to see they're finally like letting the titles drop on the weeklies because that's going to pull more people in to want to see what happens on the pay-per-view, and that's just good booking. It doesn't have to happen every single time, and honestly, like you don't need to make it happen often. But no, once every now and then, if done right, it's hard to beat. And we'll get to Drew being champion in a sec, but yeah, no, I think Raquel, even if she doesn't beat Stephanie this time, they may wind up having this stuff go all the way to Mania. But I don't know. Raquel's gotten really, really good, and Stephanie herself is damn good. Um, After that, Jey Uso and Jey Uso, also the Usos are tag team champions again. They had a bit of a thing with Otis and Akira Tozawa. We're just going to skim over that. I don't see Otis and Tozawa beating the Usos, but
They could put on. I mean, they could put on a pretty.
they'll put on a good show. I don't see them like
I
the
mean,
way they book them. I don't see them winning that.
no, I don't see anything serious coming out of that.
No,
But I mean, we could be wrong. Like, I mean, something they could end up switching, like doing something,
that'd
and
be
like
cool as fuck
just,
to be wrong. I'd really like to see them win the titles,
oh yeah,
especially off the Usos.
mm-hmm.
Top.
Whoever wins them off them, like the Usos being back in the tag division, like that just, I don't know. Like as soon as they got back and then they won the titles, like really, they just boosted the division already.
Oh yeah, I mean they're top three tag team since 2000, right? Or at least 2010.
Oh yeah, yeah, since 2010 for sure. 2010, I mean, it would, yeah, easily have to be the Usos and New Day.
Yeah.
But and then after that, he had the tag team match of the division with Bronson Reed and like yeah, Big Bronson and Austin Theory versus Dragon Lee and Penta, which was a pretty good, it was a pretty all right match. But then it just ended up, mm, damn. But really, it just ended up, being a DQ. Because, like you said, anytime Ron Breaker's involved, it's going to be a disqualification somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be. He goes in, wrecks shit, leave. Like that's and it is good for the character. And it's not like the type of character you can run into the ground that much, but yeah, no, he's just completely uncontrollable at this point, and fully expect to see the world title on him at some point soon.
Yeah, he's definitely aiming towards that way.
Oh yeah,
I would think. And
and
then,
I'd like to see him switch it up in the ring a little bit because I feel like they're gonna. I feel like they're gonna start. Like I feel like he is fully capable of putting on a good 20-30 minute match and having a hell of a variety of moves. But again, it just goes down to how they're gonna book him. You know,
yeah,
John Cena was the same way, and we don't need to see like just him do a Frankensteiner, a suicide dive, and a spear,
yeah,
and that being
yeah.
it. But
But I don't know. I want to say the one thing that's like in the back of my head, I'm just kind of curious about Austin Theory, like how he's, I'm just kind of curious about how they're going to book him with this, like since he was the masked man or whatever and all that, and like what's he going to end up doing? Like if they're actually going to put him in some kind of serious role, or like a serious push, or is it just going to be like kind of a background character?
time will tell because I feel like he's too talented to fully push back to the background. But I mean,
Yeah, that dude like Austin Theory, like in the ring, that dude can go, man.
mm-hmm,
Like he just, which I think, I mean, him being with Paul Heyman definitely is going to help. Cause like that was like his only thing that really stopped him. Like his weak point was, like being compelling. Trying to tell a story, or like you know, tell a story, or like just cutting a great promo, like cutting a grade A promo that just like I said, compelling, just like gets you locked in. I thought like that was his weak point. So maybe being with Paul Heyman and all them, it'll be he can work all that out,
yeah,
and they can end up finding it. Finding something somewhere, finding a lane for him to go down.
yeah, and honestly, maybe not a popular opinion, but Logan Paul is actually a nice touch to the group
Yeah.
because you can kind of see him interacting nightly now. Like it's actually nice for to see him actually try to commit to being in the dub and actually coming out weekly instead of like doing what he was doing with the US title and all that. But
Yeah, showing up every few months.
yeah, instead of just showing up once every few months for a random story, he's actually involved in something serious, and he blends right the fuck in, like in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see where it goes. But after that, we had the main event, which was Gunther and AJ Styles,
Mm.
and
Oh, I take that back. The J or the fan and CM Punk is gonna be in Belfast.
oh, it was Northern Ireland. Don't confuse the two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it is Ireland, but it's just in Belfast. Like, not really sure. Whatever. I just like because I know I'm pretty sure it's in Ireland because I just remember Finn like the other night because I was kind of in and out with it, but I remember like Finn saying something he was going after in his hometown or home country. But yeah, Belfast is where it's going to be at next Monday, and that's where the Intercontinental, the women's Intercontinental, and then the men's World Champion, the World Heavyweight Championship match is going to be. And then they have another video package for Overfemi for the main event, dude. And like, so, dude, Overfemi's about to be a stud. Like that
Uh,
dude is.
I feel like he's probably like when is he debuting? Is he going to debut on the overseas run?
I have no idea. I mean,
That
they've
would be
been
that would
doing.
be the best way to do it.
Yeah, they've been doing vignettes and stuff for him. Maybe he'll. It'd be nice if he come out next week or 2 weeks, something like that. And that dude,
I wouldn't be mad at him coming out in the Rumble,
no,
but by that point he should be kind of
yeah,
halfway. He should have already been on at least once, you know.
oh yeah,
Overall, it was a very good show, and obviously having a good crowd helps that. And going back to Harley's point at the start of the video, um, these European crowds are just insane. They're just super passionate, super just happy that they're there, and they show that, and they're not afraid to show it, and they love to sing.
oh yeah,
And I wish
yeah.
that's something we saw in the American crowds just a little bit more.
But I'll tell you, damn. But AJ Styles and Gunther, I mean, to nobody's surprise, they put on a clinic.
They tore the fucking house down.
I mean, it's AJ Styles. Like, even John Cena said he thinks he's the best. Like, he thinks AJ's the best to ever do it. And I mean, you can't, I don't know. Like, I can't, like, the proof's in the pudding, and plus, when John Cena says it, like, you really can't disagree because, you know,
The man knows ball.
oh, yeah. And, like, AJ Styles, he really is, man. Like, he's always been that dude.
Absolutely. And speaking of AJ Styles, and kind of a note to start wrapping things up on this, TNA, he's coming back tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow night, yeah. January
Uh,
15th, he'll be on.
the house that AJ Styles built will finally have Daddy back home, and I'm very excited to see that.
Yes, that'll be a wonderful play. That'll be a wonderful time to see it. Like I know Leon Slater said because he's the youngest X Division champ. And of course, AJ was the first ever X Division champ. He's like, I just wish, he kind of like he's kind of putting it out there. Hopefully that he can like they can have a match one day for the X Division title. Which now that would be cool though if AJ Styles faced him and ended up winning. And
Mhm.
AJ actually went out as a X Division champ, like to go out and be like a TNA champion. That would be crazy. Like if he retired from WWE, like from wrestling in general, but his last place to be employed is the Dub, but he actually retires with a TNA championship or losing a belt. Like that'd be like in his final run. That'd be cool to see him actually win another TNA championship of some
Mhm.
sort.
And yeah, definitely keep your eyes on that. Watch TNA tomorrow and see what the fuck they up to. Considering it's technically owned by WWE now, I guess. But
Well, not taking this, like they're just in
it's
a
TKO,
partnership.
right?
Yeah, I don't know if like as far as like TNA is still their own entity. They just like they're their own company and shit, but they have a partnership. Like they just have a great partnership with them. So that's really what it is. Like they don't TKO doesn't own them yet. And I say yet because it's kind of looking like it's going that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, regardless, yeah, like TNA tomorrow will be good. I'm sure. Being the first one on AMC, and
Hmm.
yeah, between that, just I'm tired. But yeah, so outside of that, yeah, we're just like Trevor said, we're trying to get back into podcasting, get back to posting, regular,
Yeah.
trying to post on like regular days and like try to get everybody kind of back into it a little bit and talk about some wrestling and sports and try to do our music episodes and try to continue doing the series we have with Matt Skinny with the album, the year in review.
Hmm.
We need to get back. We're on 2004, so we gotta burn that up real quick.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's our plan right now is get back into it. So I won't be yawning all the time. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
But no.
That I guess we can go. We can glance over a little bit of football too, since we got the NFL playoffs and Trevor's coach of 19 seasons as well.
Oh,
Mike
that's
Tom.
had to disappear on that one. Yeah, no, we got shit pumped by the Texans, and I mean, they say they have the best defense in football. It sure as fuck looked like it, but you know, I'm not going to try to discredit the Texans. I will say the Steelers, like, we knew this was coming. All right, I'm not even going to rant about it at this point because once Tom, like, what I've pretty much called it, and then don't think it's me hating on him because Mike Tomlin is one of the best coaches of the 2000s, with all things considered. He did win a Super Bowl. He got us to two of them. Never had a losing season for 19 years straight. And that's awesome. That's all fine and dandy. But especially these past few years, it felt like we would get to the winning record and we still got like 5 or 6 games left. And the effort we're playing with, like within that like sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth win, always feels like it just disappears after the ninth win. And what I call that is the Tomlin Bowl. And when Mike Tomlin wins the Tomlin Bowl, he just gives up. And it is what it is, I guess. But, if he's not going to retire, I know pretty much every team in the league would want him,
Oh
unless you
yeah,
got like an Andy Reid or, something like that. But I could see him going to the Dolphins. It'd be weird to see him go to the Ravens, but I can see it happen. And fuck, the Raiders may even pick him up.
I doubt Raiders. We ain't gonna get in that shit fast. They
No, you don't want to win 10 games every year and then get put out in the wild card. It's the best
yeah.
every year of my adult life.
I mean, at this moment, I'd take a few. I'd take 5 or 6. 10-win seasons. Like to try to erase some of the abysmal shit that I've endured in my life
Yeah,
as a Raiders fan. But but yeah, I guess the playoffs we can give a little prediction right now just to see. We can go, Bills and Broncos. Like in the AFC, you got Bills and Broncos, and the
hmm,
Patriots and Texans.
yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm going. I'm gonna pick Bills and Texans for the AFC Championship, and I think I just have this feel like this should be Josh Allen's year. I know it. Like,
It
'cause
should be. He's got everything laid
like,
out on him. But there's one thing in his way, and that is the Broncos. Because the
uh,
Broncos, I don't know if the Bills can beat them. Actually, well, I don't know if the Broncos can beat the Bills. Let me rephrase that. But I mean, there's a fire under the ass of the Broncos right now, and it's pretty hard to deny that.
oh yeah, but
And they're always dangerous when they get to this point.
They are, but Josh. The only
It's
thing,
getting
like,
to this point that's hard, like for them.
Josh Allen is pretty much gonna have to play. It's just pretty much gonna have to play a perfect game, like each week.
Mhm.
Like that's the only way I see this, playing out for the Bills is for him to, is for Josh Allen to just be dead nut accurate, like everything just go perfect for him. It's like they can't have too many faults in a game, you know, for them to lose. Like if they have too many faults and then like and turnovers or anything like that, it's gonna go bad for them. Or
Absolutely.
they'll end up losing. But like, dude, it's kind of stacked. I can't lie because you still got the Broncos. They got to play. Like I said, I know I'm picking the Bills and the Texans, but like it could be the Patriots and Broncos just as easy. I mean, it's really a coin flip this year. That's what's crazy about it. And I don't know. I don't know. I just something about the Texans, man. Like that team, they just hit a foot. They hit a gear, and they've won. Yeah, I think it's 10 in a row. I think they won 10 in a row. I think they're on a 10-game winning streak now. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
It's a
but
lot. And
again,
that
they gotta make it past this Patriots team because this Patriots team is fucking serious too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this whole play, like it's gonna be a fun weekend just in the AFC alone. But then in the NFC, you have the Rams and the Bears, and then you have Seahawks.
We're rooting for the Bears, and I said this when the Rams had to play when the Rams played the Panthers. Like my heart told me Panthers, but my brain told me Rams, and that's kind of where I'm at with the Rams and the Bears again. Is my heart's telling me the Bears, but I think I think the Rams are going to pull some. I think Matt Stafford's going to pull some fuck shit. No disrespect to him, he pulls fuck shit sometimes. It's impressive,
Yeah,
and
but I don't know, man. The Bears, they just man, that team hasn't quit all year, and they got their second half, their second half team. Like I just, you can't count them out till it's over.
mm-mm.
They pretty
Caleb
much
Williams has shut a lot of people up,
oh yeah,
myself
I do.
included. I didn't believe in the hype. I was dead wrong. No, that dude is the truth. Absolutely the truth.
Yep.
He's got a
Yeah,
great team around him. Don't get me wrong, but I mean,
the Bears are a problem.
mhm.
Hmm. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
And we're not going to talk about the 49ers or the Seahawks.
I don't, I'm going for Seahawks. I just can't. I don't know, man. I just never liked the 49ers. Just never been a Niners guy. I just had to go for the Seahawks,
Well,
unfortunately.
they're across the bay from Oakland.
Yeah.
And that affected you
Yep.
on in Fulton.
Yeah. That takes me 3,000 miles away.
That's that Bay rivalry. It lives everywhere. It lives in our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't really care one way or another. I used to kind of like the 49ers because they had Patrick Willis and he was fantastic linebacker from Ole Miss, if you're not aware. But yeah, he after moving up here to Oregon, I've got to meet some of these lovely 49ers fans. And I could care less who wins this game. Um, I know my wife fucking hates the Seahawks, and she's also a Raiders fan, but I think it's just a West Coast thing. They care a lot more about the NFL than they do college football, like where we're from. But
Yeah.
yeah, I see my predictions across the board. I'm gonna go Bills, Patriots for a little
AFC East rivalry.
yeah, a little AFC East for the AFC Championship. And I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna go with Bears and 49ers in the NFC. And To go one step further, I'm gonna say the Super Bowl will be Bills Bears.
Mm, mm.
I think that would be a damn good Super Bowl too. I bet that'd be a fucking hell of a game.
Oh yeah, that would be. Yeah, that would really would be. That'd be the
And
best possible outcome, I think.
one last touch of football before I believe we're gonna hop off of here after this. The national championship is Monday for some reason, and I guess that's just. I guess I never really paid attention to what day of the week it is, but it's just weird that it's on a Monday.
Yeah, it's been on Mondays for a long time.
It's just it's
Unfortunately,
it
it's
just does
weird.
it just doesn't make sense to me. But
How it
it's
should be
not
on
for me to make
Saturday.
sense. I don't make the decisions. But Indiana and Miami, which is just the weirdest two teams. You could if you told me the Hurricanes and the Hoosiers were gonna be
I
playing
didn't
for a
think.
national championship year of our Lord 2026. Um, if you told me that after I graduated high school, I would have probably asked if you were talking about basketball
Yeah,
because I would have believed that. But for
well, here we are.
football, not so much. This is unprecedented, but all I can say is Kurt Cignetti's the GOAT. And I think final score Indiana 28, Miami 17.
I'm not even gonna predict the score. The only thing I can say about it, it's gonna be two outcomes. Indiana's either gonna be they're still gonna be hot and they're gonna beat the dog shit out of them, or it's gonna be a slobber knocker in a defensive game, and it's gonna come down to the wire. So that's the only two options I see. I mean, obviously there's other ways that it could go, but those are the two ways I see it. Just from recent, you know, watching the playoffs and everything, like the last month and a half of football. So, but we'll see. Either way, I don't have a dog in that race. I mean, it's either way. I guess I kind of prefer to see Indiana since they've never won one.
Yeah, and I always like seeing a new team win their respective championship for the first time. It's just a cool feeling to see that, especially in like real time. That's why basketball has been so fun for me past few years because the Nuggets won, then the Thunder won, and um, even beyond that, you had teams that hadn't won in years finally win one, and it was just cool to see. And you always love to see that with college football. And shout out my Rebs. They did all they could, but Miami was just too much. I'm not going to be one of these Ole Miss fans saying it's like, oh, Lane Kiffin, because I already have my feelings about it, and Harley knows them.
Oh yeah,
And I ain't going to get into that because that'll be another 30 minutes. But yeah, Miami was the better team. A lot of Ole Miss fans were saying that we got screwed by the refs. No, I mean you played better football, you could have won that game,
yeah.
and that's all that boils down to. So I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. Congratulations to the Hurricanes, and better luck next year for us
Oh, yeah.
and Ohio State as well, because y'all had a hell of a team as well. But Indiana
Indiana, yeah, Indiana,
and then Miami. Uh,
yeah. Miami beat both of us, so there you go. But yeah,
just the second time it kicked me off. That being
yeah.
said, that's the end of the episode. We thank you for watching. I've been Swaggy T. Hog has been the master, and we love you.
We love you guys. Just hold on, we're going home.